So the company products cover the three primary operational functions of the insurance provider. So policy, billing, and claims. So one of the major, important thing and advantage of the Guidewire is nothing but Guidewire deals with the three tools. So first one is a policy center where the policies can be created, and in case any loss happened, the claims needs to be opened against the policy. So that deals with the claim center applications and related to payments on the policies or any delinquency scenarios or any workflows of the payments, right? From the billing that related will be deal in the billing center applications. So basically, the Guidewire has a three major applications: policy center, billing center, and claim center. So all these three applications usually called as a Guidewire suite. So what is a property and casualty insurance? So usually P&C insurance, that deals with any homes like a property, and the cars is nothing but any vehicles or anything. So sometimes the business operations, workers' compensations. So all these LOBs will be part of P&C insurance rather than the health and life insurance. So why Guidewire? The reason is like, Guidewire is very, well established in terms of the, to deal with the insurance end-to-end life cycle. Basically, Guidewire provides the base product to the clients, and the clients usually modify the base applications based on their specific own requirements. So Guidewire has a lot of advantages, lot of the functionalities, and whenever any clients bought a Guidewire product, right, so they can modify accordingly, and then they can implement only those features into their applications. So one of the main advantages, nothing but Guidewire provides a set of their own resources. Like they have, the implementations, like how to perform the requirement gatherings, how to develop it, how to perform the testing and support. So all the documentations will be given by the Guidewire itself, but it is a similar to the QA part itself. But they can give the templates and all how it should be maintained from the Guidewire side. So how the user story should be written, how the acceptance criteria should be written, and how the development should be done. So everything will be provided by the Guidewire itself, and even those resources will be given in the actual projects, and the team can leverage with that. So it also supports integration parts. Guidewire supports n number of the integrations, irrespective of there is no limitations. It can be easily configured and integrations with any third party applications. And these are the Guidewire own accelerators like marketplace, product design, accelerators and extensions, training and worksheets, frameworks, Guidewire Easy Guide, and user story guide. So usually in the Guidewire, right, whenever if anybody part of the Guidewire team, they will be get access to all these applications. So major these applications for the developers, but the senior folks in the team, they can access the product design, how exactly the products are configured from the product designer, and accelerators for extensions. This is for the developers, and training and worksheets. They will be receiving the application guide so that they can learn only. I mean, they can learn from the application guide, and the framework for the queue and the developers will be given. And the Guidewire Easy Guide, like the policy center application guide, also will be provided. User story guide is nothing be written, and how the product model, everything will be configured in the Guidewire applications. My bad, sorry. So Guidewire provides all the set of its own resources for the quick, project, to complete all the activities. So other insurance products, majorly in the market, there are the Duck Creek and the Majesco, and there are some own applications which is called as a Guidewire portals. Okay, so this is about the first slide. Any questions on this? Otherwise, let me move on to the next slide. Yeah. So this is, I have already covered at high level. So Guidewire Insurance has majorly three tools, three applications. First one is a policy center where a agent can create or modify, cancel or renew the policies. and any loss happens, then the claims will be opened against the policy. So that will be, performed through claim center application and the billing center. Obviously, any policy holder for the policy commissions and producers, any agent commissions needs to be received, or how the delinquency plans will be implemented, the cancellations or any fee or charges. So everything will be part of the billing center applications. So in this demo, we are covering only the policy center application, not a claim center and billing center. So the current version of the policy Guidewire is so 10 dot change. I mean 10 dot 020304. So usually that is the latest version in the market. But what I heard, like, currently there is no updates on the version numbers like 10, 11, 12. So that is not going to be happen. They are frequently changing, they are moving to the cloud. So it is usually called as a Guidewire cloud. Okay, so that is the latest version. But Guidewire starts with 6.07.0, 8.0, 9.0. Now the stable version is a 10.0. So in future, so there might not be the versions called as 11, 12, 13. So they are simplifying as a Guidewire cloud, and everything is including in the Guidewire itself. Uh, yeah, so I think Guidewire suite. So policy center, billing center, claim center. Usually this is a web-based application, and which is handled by the producers, agents, or underwriters, and the policy administration system designed for the personal and commercial line carriers in the property and casualty industry. So I think the policy center I have already explained. So policy usually further delivers the convenient access to the agents to streamline the producer relationships and improves the underwriting risk management. So basically, whatever we will be learning in the policy center, we always log in with either the agents or the underwriters, because most of the initial part of the creation of the claims or any assessing the risk and everything will be done by the agent producers and underwriting risk management. So agents usually from the either it will be internal or external. It depends on the agent role. Claim center and billing center, I'm going to skip because I have explained in the previous slide. So so carriers are able to quickly respond to the change business requirements and grow the business in a way current legacy systems cannot. So what are the legacy systems is nothing but usually the policies used to create in the mainframe applications or any portals or any internal applications. So those has a lot of disadvantages, like the document creations, the document upload, underwriting risk management, or it might not integrate properly with third party integrations. So those are a lot of disadvantages are there. So carriers is nothing but the companies, the clients. So client, you basically nowadays they are moving into the Guidewire tool applications. So integrations are easily enabled with the products such as a policy center, billing center, and claim center, and contact manager. So these are the internal Guidewire, applications: billing, claim, and contact manager. Apart from the internal, it can easily integrate with the third party as well. It can be anything, either LexisNexis or MVR reports, VMM reports, Clue reports, any other third party. Majesco also, it supports Majesco, it supports a Duck Creek. Any tool, it can be easily integrated. Okay. So developers usually, they use a Guidewire Studio as an integrated development environment to configure the policy center to meet the business needs. So developer use the Guidewire Studio as a tool to develop all their requirements and all. They don't use any Eclipse and all. So Guidewire supports only the Guidewire Studio with the help of the Gosu language. This is a Guidewire project lifecycle. This is a similar to kind of SDLC, where the project starts with the pre-inception plan and the inception. And usually the inception phase, the business requirements will be defined and the infrastructures will be designed. The project team structures, how the governance should work, and any trainings is required for the whole team members, including the BA, QA, developers. So everybody uh, gets trained, and they need to complete the certification. So all this happened in the pre-inception and inception phase, and based on the experience level, the estimations and everything will be provided and given in the pre-inception and inception phase. So once this phase is completed, obviously the development starts working on the developing their code, and it will be done by using the help of the BA and developers. And obviously the QA also needs to be involved to understand the requirements and start initiating the test cases or test scenarios, test plan. And stabilization, which is for the QA part. So it will be done all kind of the testing, starting from the manual automation, API, ETL, or whatever it is. All the testings will be done in the stabilization phase. So once the phase is completed and if there is no risk, so the code will be moved to the deployment, starting from the pre-productions to the production phase. And once it is moved to the production, it will be a support and success. So based on the any change requirements or anything, the business will provide with the new requirements. So this is a basic kind of the SDLC process. So it has a good results like better implementation, improve efficiency, increase accountability, and higher quality. So this is a basic kind of thing. Yeah. So connecting to the policy center. So this is how the login screen looks like for the policy center. So as you've seen, this is a web application. I have captured the screenshot from the Google Chrome, and you can see the policy center logo, and this is the latest version. The URL you can see localhost 8180 because this application is installed in my laptop, local laptop. So that is where the URL has a local host. Okay, but once it get installed in your machine also, and this is going to be the URL, and the passwords, everything will be shared later. So and Guidewire supports any browser, and there is no limitations and all. Edge, Chrome, Firefox, everything will be supported, and it is a highly secure. It won't support any refresh or a back button. So these buttons are not supported by the Guidewire applications because the screens are changed dynamically. Like the bank applications, right? I mean, the banks won't support the refresh and the back button, right? So in the same way, Guidewire also will not support because of the security issues. So these are the line of businesses supported by the Guidewire Policy Center, starting from the business auto, business operations. Oh, my bad. Okay, inland marine, general liability, commercial property, and the personal auto and workers' compensation. So all these LOBs will be supported by the Guidewire Policy Center applications. Type of a testing in Guideware. So these are the functional concepts which are going to learn. Functional configuration we are covering as a part of the entire training, starting from the product model, form testing, underwriting rules, how it will be configured, validation error messages, the premium validations, rating factors. At Guidewire upgrade, we unfortunately we cannot do it because Guideware upgrade usually if the client is moving from one version to another version, but we cannot do it. But some projects will be Guidewire upgrade also. So if any client wants to move from Guidewire 9.0 to 10.0, so those projects called as a Guidewire upgrade projects. And activities like work plan, any risk is there, any task is assigned to underwriter or agent. So that is also one of the important thing from the functional perspective. And configuration, how the product model forms, underwriting rules, the requirements will be derived, how it will be loaded in the policies under applications. So these are coming under the configuration testing. So this also we are going to learn as a part of the training. So integrations, no, we cannot do it because obviously there are limitations because our base product is not integrated with anything. But based on my experience, I will give all the integrations scenarios and what are the tools it deals with, while creation of the policy, either it is a documents or anything. So most of the integration parts I will be covered with the examples, but hands-on we cannot do it. Yeah. And these are the additional testing will be done as a part of the project, regression or retesting or whatever it is, smoke testing, sanity, performance and automation will be done in the need basis. So usually if you, in case, if you are part of any Guidewire project, so these are the things you might expect in the real-time applications, but not everything. It is a limited. Okay, some projects only deals with the product model. They don't even deal with all these. Some projects deals with only rate factors. They don't even work on product model forms and all. There are some projects only related to the forms, so they work only with the documents. They don't bother about other things. So better. Due to that reason, I have covered everything, but most of the parts will be covered as a part of the our policy center training. Yeah, so that's all on high level. So if you have any questions or anything, just to let me know so that I can update you. And by the way, like yeah, I have around 10 plus years of experience, and in the claim policy center, I have around 6 years, and I worked in claim center and billing center as well. I have completed A certified in the policy center. Yeah, AC is a kind of a business analyst for the policy center. Yeah.
Okay, so now you basically work on policy center or